The Senators will be facing elimination for the first time these playoffs when they host the Penguins tomorrow night. Since winning Game 3 5-1, Ottawa has been outscored 10-2 in the last two games. Has the clock struck midnight on the Cinderella Sens?
It feels that way. It certainly feels that way, although part of that is because of the pedigree of this Pittsburgh team.
Yeah.
When you look at the names and you remember a year ago and you remember what they did. But we have seen blowouts reversed in these playoffs, haven't we? Several times, including in this series not so long ago when Ottawa was running Pittsburgh out of the rink in the first period. We remember
5-1, we thought it was all over.
We thought it was all over. Remember those Edmonton Oilers who were on their way to the Cup after running the Ducks out of the rink 7-1. This has been a funny year that way, where we have had some results in very close series that have been very definitive results. Yeah. But look, I didn't think the Senators would be anywhere near. I didn't think we'd be talking about the Senators at this point in May. So, yeah, I kind of think the clock may be ticking here.
You know, it's funny because games 3 and 4 in the Rangers series, Rangers win by a combined 8-2. And I was among those just standing there going, all right, well, that nice run, but it looks like the Rangers' talent's going to take over. Lo and behold, they win 2 in a row, which they're going to have to do again in this series. I will say this, and I don't want to be the one to say it, because Craig Anderson has had a fantastic season. More than a fantastic season, he's had an inspiring season for many to watch from the outside looking in. But he has got to be better for them to come back in this series. If you look at the numbers from the regular season to the postseason, they can't go down for a goaltender.
I don't think they need heroic goaltending to win. You know,
right.
he did just get pulled twice in the same game, so that obviously is bad.
Right.
Maybe even unprecedented. I'm trying to think in playoffs. I've seen a guy pulled twice, the same guy pulled twice in the same game. Maybe it's happened, but he has to be very, very good. But the rest of them have to be very, very good. And Carlson has to be feeling well enough to play the way he has played at times during these, looking like the best player in the world at times. There's a bunch of things that have to go right for them. Whereas with Pittsburgh, you do kind of see a team.
But that's why
I know, and they're beat up as well.
Right. That's why I think, though, the pedigree, the players, the offense, that's why I think Craig Anderson needs to steal at least one of two. And if you look at the numbers, I don't think that he has stole much for this team, especially when you consider how well he played in the regular season.
Well, but I'll put it this way. If it starts rolling downhill early, like a bad goal early, it will continue to roll downhill.
Right.
I'm not sure there's kind of one more clawback in these playoffs. I just think it's too late. If a bad goal early against Ottawa at this stage in this series would be absolutely devastating. So he's got to keep them in it at least until they find their legs. Then they get a lead. Then some good things could happen for them.
Do you buy the difference? Because the narrative yesterday was Matt Murray played well, Sidney Crosby was back to being Sidney Crosby, even though Trevor Daley had a goal and an assist, even though others played really well.
Malkin's
and
been kind of good.
Yeah, and there's been a multitude of others who have jumped in, even in that game, to score goals. I believe it was 7 different goal scorers on their 7 goals in a 7-1 victory. But has 87 returned to prominence, turned this series around?
Look, he was tremendous, but that, I think, as you pointed out, that lead was not built by one guy, and that was not one guy kind of dragging everyone along. That was a team that looked a little healthier than it has been in the playoffs. That looked like it was kind of, again, remembering what it did to win last year. Did get good goaltending. Sid was great. Malkin was tremendous, but again, even with the depletion of injuries, Chris Letang's still not around, right? There's still some issues there. They just seemed so much deeper in that game than the Ottawa Senators did. They seemed to have so many more options than the Senators did in that game.